Well, there is a definite chill in the Northern California air, Coach, but still a wonderful afternoon for football at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And the throw there going to be incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off play action. Here's Goff. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Goff. They got a man. It's Woods. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot and they connected there and picked up a first down.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
56. Here we go. Hey, exit. Go. Right there, 56. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called, and you want to see how the defense reacts.
Looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go. Let's go. First and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd down, it's Coleman. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. The former Charger All-Pro, Eric Weddle, on the stop. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
Now Garoppolo. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Let's go.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Now a play fake, and it's gone. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Nick Bosa has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
After the sack on first down, Goff, he'll fire one end zone for Cooks. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is third and long.
Value three, value three. Marlin.
56. Mike's 56.
Hey, Echo.
You gonna see me in your nightmares. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. It's just me.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Nick Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now it's Zerline to try the Ram field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. Zerline, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, remember, Tevin Coleman was in the two-headed backfield in Atlanta during his 4 years there, along with Devontae Freeman. Now he joins a crowded backfield in San Francisco. But in Atlanta, he played under offensive coordinator Kyle Shanahan, and then, of course, Shanahan becomes a 49er head coach, and he made it a point to go out and snag his former running back because he really likes his 26-year-old ball carrier. 12 yards there and a first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's bring it.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked up by John Johnson, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
I'm on. Tight.
Hey, 2 kills.
The 5th year back from Texas. This is Malcolm Brown. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Let's go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Cut. By 20. 2 for 66.
Get that ball. Get that ball. Right there. 54. Right there.
On first down, gone. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So line of scrimmage still a 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Goff. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
76. Be ready. Be ready. Shell. Sit right there. Hey, shoot.
It's our time, guys. It's our time. Month 56.
Goff now to throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes his quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
Let's go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've got themselves a 7-0 lead here, but that, you recall, was a defensive touchdown, so still nothing as of yet for this offense.
Well, they're happy to have the lead. We got to cut them a little bit of slack. It's still early enough, just a couple of drives so far, but if this one goes nowhere, those adjustments that we talk about, they shouldn't wait for halftime. They should go ahead and start working on them right now.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown very little offensively to this point. Well, neither team has, really. They come up here now, 1st down. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. Looking for Woods that time.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. His first half struggles continue. He has yet to complete a pass. Hard to believe.
It is, because I don't see anything wrong with him physically. Maybe he's a little amped up to begin with. Would have thought he would have settled down by now.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. John Johnson with the INT. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. We have haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
54. I'm scared.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go.
One set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff steps away. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Smooth.
56 is the Mike. He's tired of me. He's tired of us. Mike 56.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he will not make it to that imaginary yellow line as they get him to the ground at about the 23. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Here comes Pettis on the return. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. An update from a game going on in Indianapolis. And it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout.
Hey, alert 3.
61. Matchbox lights.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
1 Omaha.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. This is caught inside the 15. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. A big play there for the Niners. 59 yards. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
We go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard.
Let's go. Ground.
Now it's gone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
Oklahoma. That's me. Value 1.
Hey, Delta. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. This is taken at about the 14. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. And my goodness, another interception. It's Clay Matthews with a pick. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. Short throw, pick 6 right there, those linebackers. They love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense.
Here we go. Wait, 80! Come on, let's go.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Check pass.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He sets to fire deep. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And this will get inside the 20 and be touchdown just outside of the 15-yard line.
16-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Over. Roy. 56 to Mike.
Hold on. Check.
A final shot before break here. Goff going deep here for Bryant. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Try to get it to Woods, and now it's second down.
Cut. 20.
Mike 5-4. Bandit. Check 15. Check 15.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down.
Hey, Steve 6.
Get in the right room. Hey, watch that.
Out of the gun. Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Garoppolo on first down. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. First and goal. They'll give to the big fullback Juszczyk. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be second and goal.
Here we go. 180.
Mike 58, right there. Tighten up.
It's Coleman here. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Tevin Coleman. Touchdown number 15 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And we are tied at 14. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
Let's go.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
I got it. Mike 5-4. Go.
Hey, Orbit.
On second and 9, Goff rolling to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 23. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Samuel, the 36 overall pick in last year's draft. Played his college ball at South Carolina. Really good senior campaign. 62 catches, 882 yards, and also threw in 11 touchdowns for good measure. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Throwing now is Garoppolo. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And it'll be a second and long.
Here we go. Black 80.
Right there. Pick me up. Here we go. Slam.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And now here is another interception. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Ric Flair.
After the interception, here's Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
59 mark, 59 mark. Check, 59. Hey, we heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Louis.
Hey, box drop.
59. I don't even know why he's
A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Gerald Everett, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, that was the fly route for a touchdown, and since he caught that one and scored it, I got to tell the story. Before the game, we were standing there. He was running deep routes, dropped one. It bounced up and just hit me right in the gut, and I said, come on, man, but there was no drop.
Yeah, you okay now?
I'm good.
All right, good. We got the ice pack up here. You're just fine. What I loved about it was the subtlety of the route because everyone knows he's fast. They're going to play him for that route first and foremost, but sometimes it's a head fake. It's varying your speed off the line of scrimmage. It's giving the defensive back different angles to think about. Is he going inside? Is he going outside?
Here we go.
And then, as you noted, he just took off past him. Oops, there he goes again.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Corey Littleton in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
From the gun on 3rd, Garoppolo. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. Matthews, the intended target. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Back of the end zone, could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Hey, kill.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got?
Hey, wahoo!
What you got, Heavy? Give me something.
Just beating the play clock is gone. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Whoa.
56. Mike's 56.
Bravo.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. Zerline's kick is up and through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I got one.
And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. On 2nd and 11 now. Garoppolo, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. Garoppolo now. Perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Garoppolo's pass complete to Matthews. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. 2nd down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
Here we go.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Garoppolo and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on all 5 of his pass attempts on this drive so far. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A gain there of 21 yards.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Super.
One set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Maverick.
Greystone travel.
From the end zone, gone. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, fourth quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
No, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Gets it up around the 22, but no further. Did flash the fancy footwork, but not much to show for it. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Now Goff. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Throwing on third. Goff. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. He was looking for Matthews that time, but it'll be 2nd and goal.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Trying to go back to Matthews there. But now it's 3rd and goal.
3rd down and 4.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal. On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. 4th quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. The run is turned away on 4th and goal from the 2. And instead of having a 1-score game, they'll remain 2 scores down. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Goff going to throw it. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
They're not ready for this. They stay alpha. Y'all playing
Now Goff. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And they work this out past the 25. 27 yards there, a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Hey, kill. Check. Crunch. 6-6. Bullet high.
Goff. Being chased out left. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
76.
Now it's gone. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 30. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Now goal for the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Value three. 54.
In search of redemption from the pick six. Gone. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Here we go. Five. Hey, exit.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
Don't get nervous. Mike, 50. What's that?
Goff now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
The Rams on 3rd down. A very anemic 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. A shotgun snap for Goff. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, not really a good reason.
51. Mike, 58. Right there.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Open man, right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. A good pickup there of 22.
Here we go.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
21.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. The Niners on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Back to throw. Buying time to his left. This one to Bourne out on the left side. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for L.A., the wins have been hard to come by, but they get one here to move to 4-11 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they'll be guaranteed a finish of no better than 500 as they drop to 7-8. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Chains on and the diamonds dancing. Game on, so